Wow. What's up, YouTube? It's Tuesday again, which means it's time for our tier list, our top tier Tuesday. Today's topic of discussion is actors gone too soon. Once again, I'm getting drunk off Budweiser. I'm getting drunk off Corona.
It's going to be a weekly trend this week.
I think so. So, this is what we're doing. Let's start off with my number 5. I'm going to go with the always venerated Bruce Lee.
I mean, he definitely died before his time.
Yeah, he was 32 when he died. And there's a lot of speculation about a family curse and all that jibber jabber and mumbo jumbo, and I don't care. I don't worry about all that. I just think he died too young.
Way too young.
He and Chuck Norris could have had so many more fights, and then we could argue about, how Chuck Norris is only afraid of Bruce Lee even more.
And then maybe if he was still alive, he wouldn't have been like brutally insulted with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oof. It's okay because they did do him with a little bit of justice in Epic Rap Battles of History.
Epic Rap Battles of History!
Little shout out there. Go ahead and look that one up. Him and Clint Eastwood go at it in that video.
Weird pairing.
Weird pairing.
Weird.
But anyway, that's my number 5. What's yours?
My number 5 is Andy Whitfield.
Spartacus,
man. The star, like my favorite star show to this day is Spartacus, and I know a lot of people are like, man, it looks so shitty. No, that show was fucking awesome. The way they shot it with the like really terrible blood CGI and stupid like effects and shit just added to that show for me. And Andy Whitfield was on top. I think he'd done like Gabriel before that, the Angels with Guns movie.
Yeah, but didn't that like get released after the first season or something?
I don't think so.
I don't remember. It's been a long time, because this is like 2008, 2009 or something like that? 2010?
It's been a long time. Spartacus was so good. I own the whole series, even though Andy Whitfield's only in one season. He was amazing. And he could have gone so fucking far.
Once he died, like, Gannicus took over.
Well, Gannicus, I'm not going to say who I like more. But Andy Whitfield, like, if those two would have been on screen together rather than Liam, whatever the fuck his name is, the replacement, Liam McIntyre, I think his name is. Maybe.
I haven't watched the whole show, so I don't know.
Either way, once they replaced him, I had a hard time getting used to it because Andy Whitfield was literally like, he was going places. Like, he was going to be a huge Hollywood star. And then fucking cancer, man. The big C. Fucking, they took the season 2 off and they ended up making a prequel series so he could get better. And then he went into remission and got better. And then boom, came back with a vengeance and dead.
Yep.
Not too long after that.
My big thing about Spartacus, though, is Spartacus gave 90s teenage boys' dream come true of Lucy Lawless naked.
I mean, she gets naked a lot in that show.
She does.
She really does, and she still looks fine as fuck. Like, fine as fuck.
I was not disappointed.
Right? And there's other women that are like half her age on there getting naked, but you don't care because it's Lucy Lawless.
That's right. But anyway,
that's totally off track here.
We talked about Spartacus, so you have to talk about what is for me the best part of Spartacus.
That's fair. Good show. If you haven't watched Spartacus, check it out. The break with the middle with the prequel show kind of helps the transition from Andy Whitfield to his Liam McIntyre, but check it out. He was definitely gone before his time, and Gabriel's a good movie too. Low budget, but I just wish we would have got more movies with him.
Yeah, well, they did sort of rip off Gabriel too with Legion.
Yeah, Legion.
Legion was like a direct Gabriel ripoff.
Gabriel was better.
But yeah, that's number 5. So we'll move on to number 4. And for my number 4, I've got Brandon Lee.
That's good, because My number 4 is also Brandon Lee.
I mean, the legend that he sort of developed by accidentally dying during the filming of The Crow was just, it launched that movie even higher than it would have gone already, because it was, the first Crow movie is perfect.
It's a spectacular movie. It's a perfect 10.
It is a 10. If you haven't watched the first Crow movie, please watch it for my sake, because everybody should be, like, introduced to that level of cinematic perfection.
And the whole dark comic book. I have 2 tattoos on my body dedicated to that movie, like, inspired by the Crow movie. Brandon Lee, I just can't even help but imagine what he could have done. Like, we have The Crow and Showdown in Little Tokyo.
There was another
what's the
one
other
too,
movie he did?
Rapid Fire?
Rapid Fire, which was fucking awesome too.
Yep.
All his movies were great, and The Crow would have literally exploded.
Yeah. And then we would have had the weird sequels that we've got. Like, imagine Crow Salvation with him instead of the other guy.
I love Crow Salvation too. City of Angels seems to be most people's favorite because it's like a direct continuation, but Salvation...
I like City of Angels, but imagine the 4th Crow movie with Brandon Lee instead of Edward Furlong.
Ugh. Would have been a totally different movie. The only redeeming quality of the 4th fucking Crow movie is Dennis fucking Hopper.
Man, he died sooner than he should have also.
Yeah, because he should have outlived us all. He's fucking amazing. Anyway.
But that's our number 4. So I'll move on to number 3. My number 3 is Brad Renfro. He did some stuff in the 80s and 90s. He did a really good job. We didn't get to see his full potential though. And I think Brad Renfro, if he would have been allowed to continue growing as an artist and growing as an actor, we would have gotten some amazing, probably even Oscar-worthy performances from him.
I agree, but he kind of washed out in the end.
A little bit. Well, he fell on the drug train.
Well, most child stars do.
And Corey Haim did the same thing.
Everyone thought fucking Edward Furlong. Not Edward Furlong. How the fuck can I think of the name? Everyone thought Corey Feldman would be the same way.
Yeah.
And he's the cleanest out of all of them now.
He really is. Of course, he's also pretty weird, but...
He's super fucking weird.
There's a few reasons for that. But yeah, that's my number 3. What's yours?
My number 3 is River Phoenix.
Oh yeah, River Phoenix.
River Phoenix, like honestly, he's one of the most talked about celebrities that went too soon.
Yeah, he really is. Like, at the time, in the early 90s, which is when I was mostly dealing with him, because of one particular movie, which is when he played young Indiana in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Like, he was spot on for that. Like, he just did such a good job portraying a young Indiana that I don't know if he like hung out with Harrison or whatever, but
He did it right.
he did it right. He did it. I mean,
Probably just a big Star Wars fan.
maybe. I mean, imagine if River Phoenix would have been alive to do Solo for us.
That would have been cool. Except he'd probably still be a little too old.
I don't care. He would have done it.
Did you see that deep fake of Solo that just came out?
I did not.
Someone just did a deep fake with Harrison Ford on there, and since he tried his best to imitate him, like actually, like they should do the whole fucking movie like it.
Really?
It's fucking cool.
I'll have to look that up.
Check the deep fake for Star Wars, the Solo one. It's great. But yeah, River Phoenix.
That was your number 3?
My number 3.
My number 2 is River Phoenix.
There you go, see? River Phoenix. It's you can't talk about celebrities who died too soon without talking about River Phoenix.
Right?
And he was like Keanu Reeves' best friend.
Oh yeah, those two were really, really close, really tight.
I'm trying to remember that movie that they did together. What was it? The River's Edge? Was that it?
Was it River's Edge?
Same time period. I just can't fucking remember.
What was the one about? What was it? Something out of Minnesota or something like that? Was that the one they were in together?
No. Feeling Minnesota?
Feeling Minnesota?
That's Cameron Diaz and Keanu Reeves.
Is it?
I don't fucking remember.
I can't remember.
It's been a long time. I mean, we're talking about movies from the early 90s here.
Yeah. It's quite a while. But yeah, River Phoenix, man.
River Phoenix.
You're number 2.
My number 2 is Chris fucking Farley. Chris Farley, man. Chris Farley was my fucking hero growing up. I fucking loved Chris Farley. Every fucking thing he did. Black Sheep, Tommy Boy, Almost Heroes, Beverly Hills Ninja, fucking Airheads. Anything he was in, dude.
His cameo in Wayne's World?
Fucking everything. Even the Saturday Night Live skits. The Chippendale Dancers with Patrick Swayze.
That's gonna be on my, like, that's definitely on my list of favorite SNL sketches.
It probably is my all-time favorite SNL sketch. Besides, that's right up there with like the one from the OC that they did with the Imogen Heap song.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, those are. But Chris Farley though, and I was a kid when he died, obviously. But man, I was sad even then. And Almost Heroes and Beverly Hills Ninja both came out after he died, but the movies that we could have got if Chris Farley was still here, he would have been in Grown Ups.
He would have.
He would have been.
Because that would have been Kevin. He would have played Kevin James's role.
The script was already written. Even back then, it was written with him in mind. Like, seriously, Kevin James and Jack Black owe their career to Chris Farley being dead.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind about that.
Because, yeah. Chris Farley. Rest in peace, Chris Farley, man. That one affects me.
Yeah. And because this is such a special list, and we don't want to leave too many guys out, we decided to do an honorary mention. My honorary mention is going to be John Belushi. Died way too young. His role was supposed to originally be, he was supposed to be in Ghostbusters at first, and wasn't. And they actually changed the design of Slimer to look more like him, to pay homage to him. So yeah, Belushi, he was way too soon. Cheeseburger.
I
had some great SNL skit. Animal House was phenomenal. His impersonation of a zit.
Blues Brothers.
Oh, Blues Brothers. We're on a mission from God.
I love Blues Brothers.
It's a great movie.
Every time they start playing it in the cinema again, I go see it.
Yeah.
For the cult classic shows.
Like, I love the part where they're in that country western bar, and the only thing they can think of to play is Rawhide. Oh, man. So yeah, Belushi, we miss you too. What do you got for your honorary mention?
My honorable mention is actually Paul Walker.
Died really young in a terrible accident.
At a terrible time, like right before Fast and Furious was supposed to come out, and then he dies in a car crash of all things. Like
In a Porsche.
Man, Paul Walker. That one was real shitty. Like, because I'm a huge Fast and Furious fan. I know they kind of trailed off in the middle there, but they got their footing again, and just his character is so necessary for those movies. I know he's done other movies too that really never, like Timeline and Skulls and
I love Timeline.
Into the Blue.
Into the Blue I watched because Jessica Alba in a bikini.
Yeah, that's a good one. Steve Zahn's in it. Not Steve
The
Zahn.
thing that I really like, and what I think shows a bit of depth, surprisingly, was Pleasantville.
Yeah. That was one of his earliest movies, too.
Yeah, and he went through a weird spectrum, a weird character paradigm shift through the movie. And Pleasantville was, I don't think that movie gets enough credit, because that movie was,
It really doesn't. Well, it was last year I watched it, the I Am Paul Walker movie or whatever. If you haven't watched that and you're a Paul Walker fan in any capacity, you should check it out. It's real cool to watch, like, his whole progression and story through Hollywood.
Yeah, and well, then speaking of the I Am series, there's another one for I Am Chris Farley.
Yep.
And that one's pretty good too. And if you want to get into that, then watch that one as well.
Check it out.
Yep. But now we're gonna move on to our number one, and we both agree on this. Died way too soon. It was tragic when he passed. Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, another one of the I Am Heath Ledger.
Yep.
That's in that series too. Heath Ledger, I remember where I was exactly when I found out that Heath Ledger died, actually.
Yeah.
I was driving home from work, and my girlfriend at the time called me and told me that Heath Ledger died, and it was just like a moment, and everyone talked about it because Dark Knight hadn't come out yet. Everyone was waiting for it, and everyone was like talking like it's gonna be this or it's gonna be that, or who knows if it's gonna be good. It's never gonna live up to Jack Nicholson. I was like, bullshit. I told her she was fucking lying. I was like, just shut up. Nice try. Just shut up. And then lo and behold, I got home and it's all over Facebook and everything.
And then
else.
we were still movie buffs at the time. I say still, we were movie buffs then too.
Always been movie buffs.
We talked to each other about because there was a lot of rumors about the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Parnassus.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's such a great movie.
I love the Imaginarium of Dr. We should do that as a fucking retro review coming up.
We should. And the thing is, we both knew that they hadn't finished filming it. And we were really concerned because what we've been hearing about the movie, it was looking really good. There was a lot of good things coming out news-wise for it. We were really concerned that movie was just going to fall flat without him.
And they just weren't going to release it, yeah.
We got to throw a special shout-out to Johnny Depp, Colin Farrell,
Jude Law.
Without them, that movie wouldn't have been done. And I think they even went so far as to take what they would have made for the movie and donated it to Heath Ledger's daughter.
Yep.
And they put it in a trust fund for her.
Just crazy. Heath Ledger, it's still crazy. Like, I'm getting sad right now just thinking about Heath Ledger down there.
Yeah, it
ruined the Dark Knight trilogy. Like, this next movie in Dark Knight just wasn't that great.
Yeah, well, Dark Knight Rises was going to go in a completely different direction because Nolan was going to bring Heath Ledger back for Joker, and he was going to finish it up with that. But with Heath Ledger passing away, and with such a phenomenal performance in that movie, there's no way to replace that. I mean, Rachel Dawes, easy as fuck to replace. Get rid of her. I don't care. Although I do like Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Katie Holmes was better.
But the performance that he gave for Joker was just visceral.
I'd say he's 90% of people's favorite Joker, at least. Maybe 80%. Some people still die hard with Jack Nicholson, but
I really do like Jack. He did a phenomenal job, but he portrayed a different aspect of the Joker. Like, Jack was like the gangster Joker.
It's the wrong video for this.
This really is the wrong video.
We're just talking about Dark Knight. You know what? We'll save that for the series in review this weekend. Check it out.
Yeah, we'll watch. We'll talk about that, and then maybe we'll do a special Sunday video talking about the Joker thing that we got into, because that's not going to fall in any other real video.
We'll do something.
We'll do something. But anyway, that's our list.
That is our list.
Do the likey, the clicky, subscribey thingy.
Take a moment of silence for all the actors that we're gone too soon.
Yep. But anyway, that's it's been our list. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and
this has been your daily dose of PCP.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.